Ask any knife forum what the hottest steel of 2026 is, and you'll get one answer: S45VN. We track the EDC market drop by drop, over 100,000 track drops. Today we're talking knives, 54,000 of them, and our data says that that answer is wrong. Not a little wrong, wrong in a way that explains how this entire market actually works. Here's the obvious way to measure a hot steel: sell-through. Of everything that dropped in a given steel, what percentage sold out? Across all 54,000 knives, the average is 44%. Less than half of everything that drops actually sells out. That's the baseline. Now the leaderboard. M390, the most common premium steel, 47%. Barely above average. S35VN, same story, 20CV, 63%. MagnaCut, 62%. And at the top, S45VN, 78%. Nearly 8 in 10 S45VN knives sell out. Crown it, right? That's the number you'd quote. It's real. 1,757 track drops, and it's completely misleading. Here's the question almost nobody asks: where is it hot? Split every steel by who actually makes the knife, US makers on one side, Chinese makers on the other. Because in this market, origin carries a halo. American-made knives sell out at dramatically higher rates, 20, 30, even 40 points higher, at the very same specs. Now watch what happens to S45VN. US-made S45VN, 96% sell-through. Nearly everything sells out. China-made S45VN, 22%, below the market average. Same steel, same chemistry, a 74-point gap. S45VN isn't a hot steel. It's a steel that happens to live almost exclusively in American knives. Chris Reeve, Hinderer, Microtech. You're not watching steel demand. You're watching the origin halo wearing a steel costume. And once you see it, you can grade every steel this way. 20CV keeps part of its edge. 57% even China made. Still well above average. But S45VN's crown, it collapses on contact. So if the obvious winner is an illusion, what's actually the hottest steel in EDC? MagnaCut. 62% sell-through across 3,820 track drops, more than twice the sample of S45VN. But here's the number that matters. US-made MagnaCut, 74%. China-made MagnaCut, 73%. 1 point apart. That is what an intrinsically hot steel looks like. It doesn't need the halo. Put it in a Benchmade or put it in a Kaiser. It moves. The demand follows the steel itself. And while we're handing out honest crowns, here's the sleeper nobody's talking about: hollow grinds. 65% sell-through, hotter than any steel's blended number, and it holds up on both sides of the Pacific. If you're watching specs, watch that one. So what do you do with this? If you're buying to carry, buy whatever you like. Steel snobbery is a hobby, not a strategy. But if you care what your knife is worth later, buy the combination, not the buzzword. A hot steel and the wrong knife is just marketing. MagnaCut is the rare steel that's hot everywhere. S45VN is hot because of who uses it, which means the maker was the signal all along. And resale is where this gets real. We track what knives actually sell for on the secondary market. 7,700 verified sales and counting. That's a different episode. All of this data lives at DropBeacon or edcforme.com. Every drop, every price, every sellout, updated daily. New episode every week. The shorts are the pulse. This show is the deep dive. Know what's moving before everyone else does.